The studies of environmentalists, conservationists show that almost to a person they had some transcendent experience in nature when they were kids. What happens if that ends for a large part of a generation and a larger part of the next and the next and the next? Who will be the future stewards of the earth? And the people who are working at the front line, like you, need to be appreciated much more, need to be funded much more. This issue is not only a parenting issue, as important as that is. It touches every aspect of our life and development. It touches the kind of cities we live in, the kind of urban design we choose. It touches the kind of education that we promote for our children. Parents are scared to death in stranger danger. Now, the truth is that the number of child abductions has actually been going down for about a decade. There are studies that show that life outside the home for children is actually safer than it has been since the 1970s. One woman came up to me early on and said that her community association had recently outlawed chalk drawing on the sidewalks, which leads to cocaine. Studies at the University of Illinois ongoing show that children with just a little bit of contact with nature, these are urban kids, inner city Chicago, who have the symptoms of attention deficit disorder, those symptoms get much better very quickly with just a little bit of contact with nature. I think if we really care about education reform, what we really need is a Leave No Child Inside movement. Once people go through that door, sit at the same table, and begin to talk about this disconnection between children and nature and how we can turn that around, they automatically will begin to ask new questions about education, new questions about the environment, new questions about health care, such as, now wait a minute, why is it that the greatest increase in child obesity in our nation's history occurred during the same 2 decades as the greatest increase in organized sports for children in our history? Everything must change, and that's a great opportunity. We do need to build a new civilization, and these kids need to know that. And when you tell them that, the light that has been out in their eyes goes on.